Hi everybody, this is Mr. Beans. I want to bring this up because this idiot at Montclair Plaza, Montclair Place, snatched my wife's purse. Pretty, I don't know, he's just such a scumbag. This dude, we sit at Nordstrom's. The idiot doesn't know that we're there probably 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week, just chilling out, drinking coffee at the Nordstrom's E-bar. But we sit at the tables out there. And this dude, I saw him walk up. Young guy, maybe 20 years old, maybe 6'2", 6'3", about 260 pounds. Um, he walked by Nordstrom's when we were sitting there, and I saw him because they usually close the doors at Nordstrom's at 8 o'clock when they close. And I saw this kid walk up, and he's talking on his cell phone, so I'm thinking, oh, he's probably just waiting for his parents or something. Maybe they're locked inside Nordstrom's and they're going to let him out. Maybe they're shopping there. Doesn't look all that bad as far as dress. The second time I saw him, he didn't look quite as good as he did the first time. The first time we saw him, he had his little springy afro. He had the tips bleached or blonde, I don't know, colored something, I don't know. So anyway, he had this little tricky hairdo. And so I saw him. I thought he's probably a decent guy. Then he walked around. He left. 10 minutes later, he comes back again. And I thought, well, that's kind of strange. This guy still hasn't found his parents because he's like about 20 years old. And then I noticed that he's walking around and he kind of walks behind Gina while we're sitting on one of the tables that's closest to the floor off the edge of the carpet. And I was kind of a little suspicious just to start with. I mean, you don't really want to sound racist, but you're looking at this kid thinking like, hey, you know what? Okay, he's an African American, he's a black kid, and you're thinking like, okay, I don't want to look at him because I've had experiences where I've looked at somebody and they go off, why are you looking at me? Because I'm black, and I'm like, I was looking at my Facebook, idiot. So anyway, I've had incidents like that. So this guy's walking around. I think I don't want to stare at him because he's going to accuse me of being racist, and then I just hear Gina say, "Hey, hey, hey!" And I look up, and the guy grabbed her purse off the back of her chair, and he took off running. I guess because I was a little bit prepared for it, I just immediately jumped up, and I was on the run. So I thought he was going to run down the mall, but he turns into the little hall right there by the pretzel place, and he heads. I guess he's heading east, and we're running through some doors, and doors are slamming and swinging open, and I'm worried about. I'm chasing this guy, and I'm probably 10 yards behind him, and I'm not wanting to crack my head on these swinging doors, so I'm being a little cautious, kind of holding back, and I'm on his heels, and I'm yelling at him, like, "You stupid idiot! There's nothing in the purse. Like you're like you're doing something stupid for nothing. And I'm pissed because this guy's gonna cost us money, probably hundreds of dollars for nothing. I mean, what's he going to get? An ATM card? He's not going to be able to use it. What's he going to get? Her driver's license? He's not going to be able to use it. It's going to cost us money to replace the lock. So I'm kind of pissed, and I'm just running like, you effing idiot, like, you stupid, why you got to take her purse? And I'm on this guy's heels, and I'm thinking, I'm running, yelling, screaming at the top of my lungs, pissed at this guy. There's nobody around, so I'm not trying to get anybody to help me because it's, after 8, that wing of the mall is kind of closed. So I'm just chasing this guy, and I'm yelling, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, and I'm on his heels, and he's not pulling away, and I'm thinking, I got this guy. So we go through, like, I don't know, I mean, the hall changes directions a couple times, then we end up running out into the truck bay of, I believe is Nordstrom's, and I'm chasing this guy, and when I'm going to the outside door, I kind of hesitate for a second because I thought this guy might have somebody waiting there with a baseball bat waiting to hit me. So I hesitate for a couple seconds, and I take off, and I'm back on his heels, and still I'm like about 10 yards. And this idiot has probably thinking, how is this old dude screaming at me, and he's still on me, and I can't drop him? So we've run about an eighth of a mile, and luckily I rode my bike up towards Mount Baldy, my bicycle, like 5 or 6 weeks in a row. So I was trying to get my form, trying to get back into shape. I'm getting older, and I'm thinking, hey, and it's weird because I was saying these young punks nowadays are looking like maybe because I'm getting older, they're thinking like, this dude can't do nothing to me. So this idiot, also underestimating me, thought that he could snatch a person, that he could outrun me or whatever. So he's running in tennis shoes and I'm running in hiking boots. And I'm still with this guy and I'm thinking, what are you doing, you idiot? So I'm just kind of pissed. So we hit the straightaway and I think this is where I can pour it on because I don't have to worry about doors hitting me in the head or whatever. So this is where I'm going to pour it on and I'm going to try to run him down. And if I can get close enough to him from behind, excuse me, I'm going to kick his leg to the side and he's going to lock up his legs and he's going to go flying and smack his knees on the pavement. He's going to be hurt. And I guess when it gets to that point, I'm going to have to jump on him and start kicking him or punching him in the face or kicking him in the head or something. I mean, come on, you pissed me off. You took my wife's purse. My wife's son, my stepson, passed away like 4 months ago. Still grieving. You're sitting there talking over tea about remembering his life, and some stupid idiot like this comes and snatches your purse. I mean, come on, man. Think about other people that, like, it's not just all about you. Other people have problems. Other people are mourning. Other people are going through things in life. You're not the only one. And to take my wife's purse at this time, I mean, you're really a scumbag. And I'll give you a little bit of credit. You didn't know that, but the fact is that you're a scumbag and you would take anything from anybody just to benefit yourself for $5 or $10 if you'd have been lucky. I mean, come on. So anyway, this guy ends up, I'm pretty sure he's probably scared. My wife said, and he's probably scared you're going to beat the crap out of him, and which I was ready to. I'm a big guy too. I'm like 6'1", about 250 pounds. Always been athletic, so I was like, yeah, man, it's like I have that mentality where people just aren't going to push me around. I'm not going to be a victim. If it comes down to it, I mean, we're gonna get into a big fight. So anyway, we're there, and I see like a dude pulling the trash out of Nordstrom's from the restaurant or something, and he sees us go running by, and so this guy, he tosses the purse, I guess because he realizes he's not gonna get away. So I'm thinking, what a scumbag. So anyway, we get the purse, we get everything back. Luckily, nothing happened to us. I mean, nothing. I mean, I don't know, other than getting pissed off. So anyway, we go on with life, and this is about 3 weeks later. We're sitting there at Nordstrom's like we always do 3 or 4 times a week, drinking coffee at the E-bar, and this dude walks by, and he's like staring at us, and my wife says, look, there's that guy. So I look up, and I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, that's him. So he walks into Nordstrom, he's heading south, and he's looking back at me, I guess wondering if I recognize him. So I'm like, yeah, dude, I know who you are. He's wearing a purple shirt. He has a springy hair, but he doesn't have the dyed tips anymore. So he looks a little bit different, but not much. I mean, he still looks like, we recognize guy. Let's just say that. So I get up, and I'm just like, bullshit. This guy, somebody's got to expose him. So I walked through, and I had met the security guards from Nordstrom's that night. So I went. This guy exits the south door, and that's where the guards were. So I went, and the guard just didn't happen to be there at that time. So I went, I looked for him, and told him, hey, when we talked about the purse snatcher, because Nordstrom's security was involved that night too, that's the dude that it was. So keep your eye open, because he's probably walking around looking for victims in Nordstrom's, because, it's not a little empty, not really that busy. And so I alert them, and then I go out to the mall, and I call security, and I tell them the deal, and they said, yeah, we remember the incident. So they gave me a number, and they said, if you see that guy again, call this number right away. I said, okay. So I gave him a good, pretty accurate description. Then we go back, and we sit back, and I told Gina, that dude did that last time about 8 o'clock when Nordstrom's closed the gate. And I'm sitting there, and there's some, like an older couple sitting there, and the guy has the purse, or his wife has the purse, and I told him, I said, hey, you know what? There's this guy, he's a purse snatcher, he's here, hold on to your purse. And I don't know if they thought I was playing, so they didn't really think too much about it. But sure enough, that guy comes back. And so I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking out for him, and Gina points him out because he's going up the escalators out in the mall. So we go, we took a little walk, and I told Gina it's not quite 8 o'clock yet, so he's not going to be over here. So we walked the mall, didn't see him, and then we walked through Macy's, and then we were thinking, it's about 8:05, 8:10. Nordstrom's is closed. That wing's probably really empty. There might be 1 or 2 people sitting there that could be targets. So I walked back through there, And sure enough, when I'm walking towards, let's see, I guess I'd be walking east through the mall by H&M, getting ready to make the turn, we see the guy coming down the escalators, and I'm like, holy crap, this is my chance to go face to face with him and give him a little dirty stare or something. So he sees me, and he just stares straight ahead because he's probably thinking, oh wow, this dude's not scared of me. He's ready to confront me. He's not going to back down. He's not going to let me go. He's going to point me out. He's going to do whatever. So I'm going up the escalators, and right before I get to him, I pick up my phone and I try to take a picture. And sure enough, the stupid phone doesn't go off right away, so I'm a little bit late on my picture, but I got enough of him that he could be identified. So I went up, and I'm just looking at him trying to get a picture, and he would not look at me. He just looked straight ahead. If I could have, without getting in trouble, I wish I could have reached across and punched him in the face, but that would get me in trouble. So I get to the top of the escalators, I turn around, and I start going back down because I'm like looking at this guy, and I'm like, I want another picture. So I get another picture or two, and they look the same, so I'll show one of them. And I'm walking down, and I'm looking for a guard too, so that I could tell the guard, hey, that's the idiot right there. And sure enough, as soon as I hit the bottom, the guard comes walking up, and I guess they were following him, and they're talking on their radios, and they're following the guy. And I told them, that's a dude, and they're like, oh yeah, we got him. So I guess they were watching him, and I'm sure he's all over the cameras in the mall, and they probably have him recorded everywhere and there, Nordstrom's. So even from last time, I'm surprised this stupid idiot would even come back and try anything again. So anyway, this is just my way of alerting people, saying like, hey, when you go to the Montclair Plaza, keep your eye open for this idiot, a big guy, maybe 6'2", maybe 6'3", I don't know, maybe 250, 260 pounds, looks to be about 20 years old, a little light eyes, and I don't know. Every time I've seen him, he's been alone, so I don't know. I mean, keep your eyes open because he's just a predator who's looking for somebody to snatch another purse. Fortunately, last time he snatched a purse from the wrong person because I'm going to chase him. I'd chase him and do whatever I had to do to get the purse back. So I am not going to be a victim. I don't let people like this, like push me around in this world. It's like I'm there to defend myself if I have to. I'm there to chase down some idiot that takes my wife's purse if I have to. But watch your back, keep your eyes open for this guy, and hopefully somebody knows him, somebody can expose him. Somebody, I mean, he looked like he was about 20. I mean, tell his parents what kind of scumbag he is if you know him. Just let him know. I don't expect the cops to go pick him up and take him in and, hey, you offended Mr. Beans or whatever. And it's like, I don't really care about that. I just want people to know who he is so that he cannot continue doing what he's doing. I mean, if you're his mom, if you're his dad, and you're watching this, go beat his butt. Go kick his butt, give him a spanking, do whatever you have to do, yank his ear, do whatever. I mean, your kid is going to end up in trouble. He's going to end up in jail. Somebody, I would chase him and I would get the purse back if I had to. I would beat his ass if I had to. But you never know. You might piss off the wrong person. You might pull out a gun and shoot this stupid idiot over $5 or something. So anyway, if you go to Montclair Plaza, keep your eyes open. Watch out. I've seen him right around 8 o'clock because that's when the mall starts to close certain doors. And he's going to grab your purse and he's going to take off through next to the little hall, or the exits next to the pretzel place there in the Nordstrom wing. I think it's kind of a little convenient exit for him, and figuring people that can't chase him, he's going to get away. So anyway, keep your eyes open for this idiot. All right. Have a good day. Bye.